Chapter 19. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, This is the rule of the law which the Lord has made, saying, Give orders to the children of Israel to give you a red cow without any mark on her, and on which the yoke has never been put. Give her to Eleazar the priest, and let him take her outside the tent circle and have her put to death before him. Then let Eleazar the priest take some of her blood on his finger, shaking the blood 7 times in the direction of the front of the tent of meeting, and the cow is to be burned before him. Her skin and her flesh and her blood and her waist are to be burned. Then let the priest take cedar wood and hyssop and red thread, and put them into the fire where the cow is burning. And the priest, after washing his clothing and bathing his body in water, may come back to the tent circle, and will be unclean till evening. And he who does the burning is to have his clothing washed and his body bathed in water and be unclean till evening. Then let a man who is clean take the dust of the burned cow and put it outside the tent circle in a clean place, where it is to be kept for the children of Israel and used in making the water which takes away what is unclean. It is a sin offering. And he who takes up the dust of the burned cow is to have his clothing washed with water and be unclean till evening. This is to be a law forever, for the children of Israel as well as for the man from another country who is living among them. Anyone touching a dead body will be unclean for 7 days. On the 3rd day and on the 7th day he is to make himself clean with the water, and so he will be clean. But if he does not do this on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, he will not be clean. Anyone touching the body of a dead man without making himself clean in this way, makes the house of the Lord unclean, and that man will be cut off from Israel. Because the water was not put on him, he will be unclean, his unclean condition is unchanged. This is the law when death comes to a man in his tent. Everyone who comes into the tent, and everyone who is in the tent, will be unclean for 7 days. And every open vessel without a cover fixed on it will be unclean, and anyone touching one who has been put to death with the sword in the open country, or the body of one who has come to his end by a natural death, or a man's bone, or the resting place of a dead body, will be unclean for 7 days. And for the unclean, they are to take the dust of the burning of the sin offering, and put flowing water on it in a vessel, and a clean person is to take hyssop and put it in the water, shaking it over the tent, and all the vessels, and the people who were there, and over him by whom the bone, or the body of one who has been put to death with the sword, or the body of one who has come to his end by a natural death, or the resting place was touched. Let the clean person do this to the unclean on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and on the 7th day he is to make him clean, and after washing his clothing and bathing himself in water, he will be clean in the evening. But the man who, being unclean, does not make himself clean in this way, will be cut off from the meeting of the people, because he has made the holy place of the Lord unclean. The water has not been put on him, he is unclean. This is to be a law for them forever. He who puts the water on the unclean person is to have his clothing washed, and anyone touching the water will be unclean till evening. Anything touched by the unclean person will be unclean, and any person touching it will be unclean till evening. Chapter 20. In the 1st month all the children of Israel came into the wasteland of Zin, and put up their tents in Kadesh. Their death came to Miriam, and they put her body to rest in the earth. And there was no water for the people, and they came together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people were angry with Moses and said, If only death had overtaken us when our brothers came to their death before the Lord. Why have you taken the Lord's people into this waste, for death to come to us and to our cattle there? Why have you made us come out of Egypt into this evil place? This is no place of seed or figs or vines or other fruits, and there is no water for drinking. Then Moses and Aaron went away from the people to the door of the tent of meeting, and, falling on their faces there, they saw the glory of the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses, Take the rod, you and Aaron, your brother, and make all the people come together, and before their eyes give orders to the rock to give out its water, and so make water come out of the rock for them, and give the people and their cattle drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he gave him orders. Then Moses and Aaron made the people come together in front of the rock, and he said to them, Give ear now, you people whose hearts are turned from the Lord, are we to get water for you out of the rock? And lifting up his hand, Moses gave the rock 2 blows with his rod, and water came streaming out, and the people and their cattle had drink enough. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Because you had not enough faith in me to keep my name holy before the children of Israel, you will not take this people into the land which I have given them. These are the waters of Meribah. Because the children of Israel went against the Lord, and they saw that he was holy among them. Then Moses sent men from Kadesh to the king of Edom to say to him, "Your brother Israel says, you have knowledge of all the things we have been through, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we were living in Egypt for a long time, and the Egyptians were cruel to us and to our fathers, and the Lord gave ear to the voice of our cry, and sent an angel and took us out of Egypt, and now we are in Kadesh, a town on the edge of your land. Let us now go through your land. We will not go into field or vine garden, or take the water of the springs. We will go by the highway, not turning to the right or to the left, till we have gone past the limits of your land." And Edom said, "You are not to go through my land, for if you do I will come out against you with the sword." And the children of Israel said to him, "We will go up by the highway, and if we or our cattle take of your water, we will give you a price for it. Only let us go through on our feet, nothing more." But he said, "You are not to go through." And Edom came out against them in his strength, with a great army. So Edom would not let Israel go through his land, and Israel went in another direction. And they went on from Kadesh, and came, with all their people, to Mount Hor. And at Mount Hor, at the edge of the land of Edom, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Aaron will be put to rest with his people, he will not go into the land which I have given to the children of Israel, because you went against my word at the waters of Meribah. So take Aaron and Eleazar, his son, up into Mount Hor, and take Aaron's robes off him and put them on Eleazar, his son, and death will come to Aaron there, and he will be put to rest with his people." So Moses did as the Lord had said, and before the eyes of all the people they went up Mount Hor. And Moses took off Aaron's robes, and put them on Eleazar, his son, and there on the top of the mountain death came to Aaron. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain. And when the people saw that Aaron was dead, all the children of Israel gave themselves up to weeping for him for 30 days. Chapter 21. And it came to the ears of the Canaanite, the king of Arad, living in the south, that Israel was coming by the way of Athram, and he came out against them and took some of them prisoners. Then Israel made an oath to the Lord, and said, "If you will give up this people into my hands, then I will send complete destruction on all their towns." And the Lord, in answer to the voice of Israel, gave the Canaanites up to them, and they put them and their towns completely to destruction, and that place was named Hormah. Then they went on from Mount Hor by the way to the Red Sea, going round the land of Edom, and the spirit of the people was overcome with weariness on the way. And crying out against God and against Moses, they said, "Why have you taken us out of Egypt to come to our death in the wasteland? For there is no bread and no water, and this poor bread is disgusting to us." Then the Lord sent poison snakes among the people, and their bites were a cause of death to the people of Israel. Then the people came to Moses and said, "We have done wrong in crying out against the Lord and against you. Make prayer to the Lord to take away the snakes from us." So Moses made prayer for the people. And the Lord said to Moses, "Make an image of a snake and put it on a rod, and anyone who has been wounded by the snakes, looking on it will be made well." So Moses made a snake of brass and put it on a rod, and anyone who had a snake bite, after looking on the snake of brass, was made well. Then the children of Israel went on and put up their tents in Oboth. And journeying on again from Oboth, they put up their tents in Eabarim, in the wasteland before Moab looking east. And moving on from there, they put up their tents in the valley of Zerd. From there they went on and put up their tents on the other side of the Arnon, which is on the wasteland at the edge of the land of the Amorites, for the Arnon is the line of division between Moab and the Amorites, as it says in the book of the wars of the Lord, Vaheb and Suphah, and the valley of the Ammon. The slope of the valleys going down to the tents of Ar and touching the edge of Moab. From there they went on to Beer, the water spring of which the Lord said to Moses, "Make the people come together and I will give them water." Then Israel gave voice to this song, "Come up, O water spring, let us make a song to it, the fountain made by the chiefs, made deep by the great ones of the people, with the lawgiver's rod, and with their sticks." Then from the wasteland they went on to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Naaleel, and from Naaleel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley in the open country of Moab, and to the top of Pisgah looking over Jeshimon. And Israel sent men to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me go through your land, we will not go into field or vine garden, or take the water of the springs, we will go by the highway till we have gone past the limits of your land." And Sihon would not let Israel go through his land, but got all his people together and went out against Israel into the wasteland, as far as Jahaz. to make war on Israel. But Israel overcame him, and took all his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, as far as the country of the children of Ammon, for the country of the children of Ammon was strongly armed. And Israel took all their towns, living in Heshbon and all the towns and small places of the Amorites. For Heshbon was the town of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had made war against an earlier king of Moab and taken from him all his land as far as the Arnon. So the makers of wise sayings say, Come to Heshbon, building up the town of Sihon and making it strong, for a fire has gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the town of Sihon, for the destruction of Ar and Moab, and the lords of the high places of the Arnon. Sorrow is yours, O Moab, destruction is your fate, O people of Chemosh, his sons have gone in flight, and his daughters are prisoners, in the hands of Sihon, king of the Amorites. They are wounded with our arrows, destruction has come on Heshbon, even to Dibon, and we have made the land waste as far as Napha, stretching out to Medeba. So Israel put up their tents in the land of the Amorites. And Moses sent men secretly to Yazer, and they took its towns, driving out the Amorites who were living there. Then turning they went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, king of Bashan, went out against them with all his people, to the fight at Edrei. And the Lord said to Moses, Have no fear of him, for I have given him up into your hands, with all his people and his land. Do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, at Heshbon. So they overcame him and his sons and his people, driving them all out, and they took his land for their heritage.